I'm going to start at number 3 on the review. So first we start with distributive property. Okay, the negative 14 and 14 cancel. And then we get the variables that are on the left side together and the numbers that are on the left side together. So 3z and negative 11z is negative 8z. 17 minus 6 is 11. And then we can get the z's together. You can move the negative 8z away if you want, so plus 8z. So that these get together, and so we have 11 equals negative 7z plus 8z, which is 1z. Okay, number 4, find the x-intercept. To find an x-intercept, the y value is 0. So you just solve 3x equals 7. Divide both sides by 3. And x, you could just leave it as 7 over 3 since that's simplified. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's going to be negative 2 minus 7 over negative 6 minus negative 6. Negative 2 minus 7 is negative 9 over negative 6 plus 6 is 0. Remember when we have slope and the person's upside down, that came from this type of line where it was a straight up and down line. And so this is the undefined slope. If you have 0 over some number, that's okay, that one's just 0. A number over 0 is undefined, and then anything else will just be its regular answer. Okay, I'm going to jump to number 7. So, let me see. It's hard to see the y and x axis here, so it looks like it's here. So the y-intercept, which is the b value, is negative 2. And then to find a slope, you want to look for 2 good points and then count. So it's going down 2 and to the right 3. So negative 2 over 3. And now we're able to write our slope-intercept form because we have the m and the b. So it would be y equals m x. I don't need the plus there. So negative 2. But anytime you're told to write an equation, even though whatever form it says, it's saying standard form, so we're definitely not going to start with standard form, but anytime you have write an equation, you can either see if you have the m and the b, or if you have a point and a slope. And so that way you'll know which equation you want to start with. So in this case, we had a point and another point. Well, there's no point-point form of a line, but there's point-slope. So we can start by finding the slope of this. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which gets us negative 5 over 1, or just negative 5. So now we have an m and a point. So I'm going to plug into point-slope form. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So y minus 4 equals negative 5x plus 25, because I distributed. And then I'm adding 4 to both sides. Now this got me to be into y equals mx plus b form. And to get it into standard form, I just move the x to the front. So instead of negative 5x, it's going to become 5x plus y equals 29, because standard form is ax plus by equals c. Number 9 is just asking for point-slope form, so you're just going to plug into that point-slope. In number 10, it's telling us to take this equation, which is point-slope right now, and get it into slope-intercept. So you would distribute first. Remember, for multiplying fractions, you can just extend the line. So it's negative 10 over 3. Or you can use your calculator, of course. We're going to add 3 to that. Which is 9/3, negative 1/3. So negative 1/3. Okay, substitution. For substitution, you need one equation isolated. So y equals 2x, that one already has y isolated. And then you plug that into the second equation. So I'm going to rewrite. So you plug in and you rewrite 2x plus the y, which is now the 2x. I always replace with parentheses. Doesn't matter too much here. But that equals 8. And now I can calculate that 4x equals 8. So x is 2. And then I have to plug that in to also find y. So I can take one of the equations, it doesn't matter which one, plug the 2 into it. And so y equals 4. Okay, for elimination, I just want to line these up better. Okay, for elimination, you're looking for a variable that's going to eliminate if they're opposites. Like 3y and negative 3y are already opposites. So I used to call this eliminate addition. So you add the problems now. 4x equals 20. Solve that so x is 5. And then you pick whichever equation you want to and plug in that x is 5. So go back to the original equation. Just plug in x is 5. And then solve. Subtract 10 from both sides. Divide by 3 on both sides. And so you get y is 3. Sometimes you have to do a little bit more work if they're not already opposites. Like for instance, in number 16. So in 16, we're going to, the 3 y's are almost opposites. We're going to make one of them multiplied by negative 1. So I'm going to take the whole bottom equation and I'm going to multiply everything by negative 1. So I'm going to get negative 9, negative 3, and then positive 3. So all the way through, multiply by negative 1. And then we can eliminate finally, and it's a limit addition. So we add, so negative 2x is equal to 4. And then that makes x is negative 2. Plug that into it, whichever equation you want to. I'll plug it into the first one, 7x plus 3y equals 1. Negative 14 plus 3y equals 1. Add 14 to both sides, so 3y is 15. Divide by 3, so y is 5.